Hello everyone and namaskar. Welcome back to the channel. Has it ever happened with you that your mom is constantly saying something to you, but she understands that you are not listening to her but just hearing, right? And she asks you, "Are you even listening to me?" Right? That's exactly what my point is today. We are going to learn what is active listening and how to be a good listener. What is the difference between active listening and hearing? So let's understand what's in it for you today. Active listening. Now we have been hearing this concept since long time. Let's understand the definition and the meaning. The definition goes like this. Active listening is a way of listening and responding to another person that improves mutual understanding, right? The meaning of it is listen to understand but not to reply. Now, whenever your mom is talking to you, or whenever she's complaining about your untidiness, or whenever she's complaining about your clothes or anything, you hear, right? You just hear by your ears, but you don't inculcate anything, right? It does not go to your brain. You don't act upon it. That is where hearing is. And listening is when your mom is talking to you or mom is complaining about something and you do it immediately. For example, you say that mom says, please keep your plates on the sink or please keep your plates on the table. And you actively do it. You immediately listen to it and do the action. That is what active listening is. And many a times what we do is we don't listen, but we hear. And that's the exact problem. So we are in a hurry to give reply. So we don't understand what the person is saying. Now, if you look both the images, on the left hand side, you can understand that all of them are listening to the person. They are giving expressions, right? They are trying to understand with all the five senses, right? So they are actually trying to listen, to see, to understand, to touch, everything. So they are using all five senses here. But if you look at the image here on the right hand side, you will understand that the boy is talking continuously. But the lady isn't even listening. You can see from her body language. And that's what she's doing is hearing. And what we need to do is listening. Let's understand further. Let's understand the difference between hearing and listening. So I've given a comparison between what is hearing and what is listening. The meaning of it is very, very simple. Hearing is something where there's an ability to perceive sound, that means to hear something through your ears. That is hearing. So when you're asleep, when you're at night, when you're asleep, at that time also you're hearing, right? You can hear birds chirping, you can hear people talking, or you can hear tires screeching. So these are all sounds that you hear, but not listen. Whereas listening is something which is done consciously, where with your whole heart and head and mind, you are listening to someone. We are trying to understand something that involves analysis and understanding of the sounds that you hear. What is it? Hearing is an ability which everyone is given, right? But listening is a skill. So that needs to be developed. What kind of nature it is? It is primary and conscious. So everyone does that. There's nothing new. Hearing, we all do that. Listening is secondary and temporary. So we listen what we are interested in. We hear what we are disinterested in. It involves receipt of message through ears. So it's only listening. And listening is interpretation of message through ears. So whenever you listen something, whenever you hear something, and if you understand that and then you reply, that is listening, right? It is a Hearing is a very basic and very physiological thing, so everyone does that. But listening is a psychological thing, so you need to keep your brain, need to keep your brain active and listen what the person is saying. Process. Hearing is passive because that we do every day. When your mom is talking to you, when your dad is talking to you, when your friend is talking to you, but how much do we understand? Nothing. That's hearing. And at the same time, listening is, it's an active mental process. So whenever someone is talking to you, you activate your brain cells and try to understand what the person is saying. So imagine your college days where you like a teacher and you completely listen to her, but then there's another teacher who you don't like. What do? You listen or hear? You hear, right? Because that is something which everyone does. So that she comes, she teaches, she goes. That is hearing. Use of senses. Now hearing just needs your ears, that's it. But listening needs every sense of yours to understand and to respond correctly to the person. So listening, hence it's called skill, and hearing is not a skill. Reason, we are neither aware nor we have any control over the sounds of yours. Here we hear everything. Can we control that? No. But listening, yes, we can control that. So it's in our mind to whom to listen and whom to not. Concentration, hearing, not required. Listening, required. For example, you are listening to this video, right? Because you're trying to understand that and inculcate it. If you are watching this video for just hearing, that means you are just hearing because it is there in front of you. But if you want to learn it, you will listen. Advantages of active listening. It helps you to build connections. So whenever two people are talking, if the another person is listening to you, you automatically create a bond between both of you. It helps you build trust. You must be having one friend at least who listens to your problems, who listens to your blabbering, who listens to what you are saying, because he or she understands what you are saying. So there is a trust. You trust that person. It helps you identify and solve problems. Of course, if you just hear something, you will not be able to come up with a solution. But if you listen something, you will identify the problem and you can also come up with a solution. It helps you increase your knowledge and understanding of various topics. So whenever you attend seminars, whenever you attend lectures, whenever you're watching this video, you're getting knowledge, right? If you listen to it, you will get knowledge. If you hear to it, it will just be a normal, funny video, right? It helps you avoid missing critical information. So whenever you are watching something, whenever you are listening something, whenever someone is talking, if you are listening, you will not miss out a single point in that talking. But if you are hearing, there are 99% chances that you will not understand and you will miss out on a very important chunk of information. How to be a good listener. So now let me tell you what tips can you follow to be a good listener. Pay attention. Give the seeker your undivided attention and acknowledge the message. So whenever someone is talking something on a very, very important topic, like for this one, active listening, I am talking to you. So you need to completely give attention there, head, heart, soul, everything to the video or whoever is talking. Show that you are listening. So listening doesn't mean you just blankly look at that person. You also need to nod sometimes, say, oh, These expressions is also very, very necessary. So body language also is necessary. Provide feedback. So whenever the person stops talking, it's your responsibility as an active listener to give a feedback or to ask questions or to respond to what the person is saying. Defer judgments. Interrupting is a waste of time. It frustrates the speaker and limits full understanding of the message. So wait till you're given a chance. And a good listener, an active listener, always waits for its chances. So whenever a person is talking, what you need to do is wait till the person completes and then ask questions, which also shows that you are really listening to what the person is saying. Respond appropriately. Active listening is designed to encourage respect and understanding. You are gaining information and perspective. So whenever someone is talking to you, make sure that your response is appropriate. That means if you're listening, automatically your response is going to be correct, appropriate. But if you're hearing, your response will differ. Your response will not be as good as a listener has. So that's the basic difference. And if you really want to make sure that your personality is growing, and if you really want to make sure that people listen to you, people want to talk to you, you need to be a good listener. Everyone has one friend who is a good listener, right? Because he has all those qualities that we discussed. So if you want to be a good listener, if you want to grow your personality, gain knowledge, to be an active listener is very, very important. Also, one more point which I would really like to add, which I have been doing since long time: keep your phone away. So whenever a person is talking face to face, and if you want to be a good listener, please keep your phone away. In this way, you give undivided attention to them. Two, you can listen. Three, the conversation becomes interesting. So make sure the next time when you meet someone, keep your phone away. That's all about active listening. I hope you have understood the topic, and please make sure that you do this every day. Practice it, because this is going to be one step further for your success. All the best, and meet you in the next video. Until then, thank you.